Do you start your day with a comforting plate of eggs, perhaps scrambled or fried, believing you're giving your body the best possible start? For many of us, eggs have been hailed as a nutritional powerhouse, a go-to for protein, a simple and satisfying meal. We've grown up hearing about their benefits, seeing them as a cornerstone of a healthy diet. But what if this daily ritual, this seemingly innocent habit, could actually be working against you, especially now that you're past the age of 60? It's a painful reality that much of what we thought we knew about food and our bodies needs to be reevaluated as we age. Our systems don't process things quite the same way they used to, and what was once perfectly fine, or even beneficial, might now be contributing to subtle, yet significant, health challenges. The secret isn't that eggs are inherently bad, but rather that their daily consumption after 60 might hide some surprising truths that could impact your heart, your brain, and your overall vitality in ways you might not expect. In this video, we're going to peel back the layers on daily egg consumption for those over 60, exploring why moderation, or even a shift in focus, could be one of the most important changes you make for your health. We'll look at the specific reasons why that morning omelet might need a second thought, and what you can do to protect your well-being without feeling deprived. Watch to the end for something that will truly surprise you about your daily plate, and potentially change how you think about breakfast forever. Let's dive right into the heart of the matter, and the first surprising truth many of us over 60 need to consider when it comes to those seemingly innocent eggs on our plate. For decades, eggs were demonized for their cholesterol content. Then celebrated as dietary cholesterol was deemed less of a villain. But the story isn't quite so simple, especially as we age and our bodies respond differently. While it's true that for many younger, healthy individuals, dietary cholesterol doesn't significantly impact blood cholesterol levels, this picture can shift dramatically after 60. As we get older, our liver's ability to regulate cholesterol can become less efficient. This means that a consistent, daily intake of cholesterol from sources like egg yolks can indeed contribute to elevated LDL cholesterol, often called the bad cholesterol. In a way it might not have when you were younger. Think of it like this: your body is a finely tuned machine, and as it ages, some of its internal mechanisms, like that cholesterol regulation system, might not be as robust as they once were. What was a gentle breeze in your younger years can become a strong gust now. Consider the case of Susan, a vibrant 68-year-old who loved her 2 fried eggs every morning. She was active, ate plenty of vegetables, and truly believed she was doing everything right. Yet, her annual checkups consistently showed her LDL cholesterol creeping higher and higher. Her doctor was puzzled, asking about hidden fats or processed foods. But it wasn't until Susan, on a whim, decided to cut her egg consumption down to just 2 or 3 times a week, swapping her morning eggs for oatmeal with berries or Greek yogurt, that she saw a noticeable shift. 6 months later, her LDL levels had finally started to decline. It wasn't a magic bullet, but it highlighted how her body, at 68, was responding to dietary cholesterol differently than it did at 48. Beyond just the cholesterol itself, there's another fascinating, and somewhat concerning, aspect related to egg consumption and heart health for us as we age. The compound known as TMAO, or trimethylamine N-oxide, is a substance produced by our gut bacteria when we digest certain nutrients found abundantly in egg yolks, specifically choline and lecithin. Research suggests that elevated levels of TMAO in the blood are associated with an increased risk of cardiovascular diseases, including heart attack and stroke. This is a relatively newer area of research, but it's gaining significant attention because it points to an interaction between our diet, our gut microbiome, and our heart health that goes beyond traditional cholesterol concerns. For someone over 60 whose gut microbiome might already be less diverse or more susceptible to imbalances, and who may already have underlying cardiovascular risks. The daily production of TMAO could add another layer of concern. It's not just about the fat or the cholesterol anymore. It's about how our unique internal ecosystem processes certain foods, and how that impacts our long-term health. So, what's the actionable step here? It's not about fear, but about awareness and informed choices. If you're over 60 and consuming eggs daily, especially if you have a family history of heart disease, elevated cholesterol, or other cardiovascular concerns, it's worth a conversation with your doctor. You might consider asking for a lipid panel that includes more comprehensive markers, or even discussing a trial period where you reduce your daily egg intake to a few times a week. Observing any changes in your energy, digestion, or subsequent lab results. Listen to your body, and understand that what was once a dietary staple might need a subtle recalibration as your body gracefully evolves with age. It's about being proactive and giving your heart the best chance to thrive for many more years to come. Now that we've delved into the surprising connection between daily egg consumption and cardiovascular health for those over 60, let's talk about something else that might be quietly undermining your well-being: inflammation and your gut. You see, while eggs are undeniably nutritious for many, for some individuals, particularly as we age, they can contribute to a subtle, chronic inflammatory response in the body. This isn't always obvious, like a swollen joint or a rash. It can manifest as persistent fatigue, brain fog, unexplained aches, or even digestive discomfort that you might just attribute to getting older. Think about it like a slow-burning fire inside your body. It's not an inferno, but over time, that low-grade heat can damage tissues and contribute to a host of age-related issues. The inflammation can stem from a few places. For some, egg whites contain proteins that can be difficult to digest, leading to mild intestinal irritation or even sensitivities. When these proteins aren't fully broken down, they can sometimes trigger an immune response, especially if your gut lining, often called your gut barrier, isn't as robust as it once was. As we age, many factors, from medication use to changes in our gut microbiome, can make our gut lining more permeable, a condition sometimes referred to as leaky gut. When this happens, partially digested food particles, including egg proteins, can slip through the weakened barrier and trigger an inflammatory cascade throughout the body. Consider Michael, a spry 72-year-old who loved his 3-egg scramble every morning. He complained of persistent, vague joint aches that doctors couldn't pinpoint, and a general feeling of sluggishness by mid-morning. He attributed it to just getting older. On the advice of a holistic nutritionist, he tried a 30-day elimination diet, removing common allergens including eggs. Within 2 weeks, Michael noticed a significant reduction in his joint pain and a surprising boost in his energy. When he cautiously reintroduced eggs, the aches and fatigue subtly returned. It wasn't that eggs were poisonous, but for Michael's unique system, especially in his later years, daily consumption was clearly stoking that internal inflammatory fire. Another aspect is how eggs are often cooked and consumed. If your daily eggs are fried in unhealthy oils, paired with processed meats like bacon or sausage, and served alongside refined carbohydrates like white toast, the entire meal becomes an inflammatory bomb. The eggs themselves might be part of it, but the synergistic effect of the whole meal can be far more detrimental. It's crucial to look at the bigger picture of your plate. So, the actionable step here is to listen to your body and consider the potential for individual sensitivities. If you experience vague symptoms like persistent fatigue, joint pain, skin issues, or digestive upset, and you're a daily egg eater, it might be worth trying a temporary elimination of eggs for a few weeks to see if your symptoms improve. It's a simple experiment that can yield profound insights. If you do find eggs contribute to your discomfort, remember there are many other wonderful protein sources available. You could try a tofu scramble for a similar texture and protein profile, or incorporate more plant-based proteins like lentils, beans, nuts, and seeds into your breakfast routine. The goal is to reduce inflammation and support a healthy gut, which are foundational to feeling vibrant and energetic in your later years. It's about choosing foods that truly nourish your unique body as it evolves. Next, we need to consider another vital aspect, often overlooked: protein balance and potential kidney strain, particularly for some individuals as they age. While protein is undeniably crucial for maintaining muscle mass, bone density, and countless bodily functions, especially after 60 more isn't always better, particularly when it comes from a single, concentrated source every day. Our kidneys, those incredible filters, naturally become a little less efficient as we get older. They've been working hard for decades, and while most healthy kidneys can handle a wide range of protein intake, consistently consuming a very high amount of protein from sources like multiple eggs daily could put an unnecessary, long-term strain on them for those whose kidney function is already subtly diminished, even if they aren't aware of it. Think of your kidneys like a diligent cleaning crew. They can handle a lot of waste, but if you constantly overload them with an excessive amount of a particular type of waste, over time, their efficiency might start to wane. Eggs are a complete protein, which is excellent, but relying on them as your primary or sole protein source every single day can mean you're missing out on the benefits of protein diversity and potentially overwhelming a system that's not quite as robust as it once was. For instance, if you have any pre-existing kidney conditions, or even just subtle signs of reduced kidney function that might not yet be causing noticeable symptoms, a consistent, high-protein diet from concentrated sources could accelerate the decline. This isn't about scaring anyone away from protein, which is vital. It's about promoting smart, diversified protein choices. Take, for example, Margaret, a sprightly 70-year-old who was very concerned about muscle loss. She made sure to eat 4 eggs for breakfast daily, sometimes even adding a 5th, believing she was preventing frailty. While her muscle mass was good, her routine blood work started to show a slight elevation in creatinine, a marker of kidney function. After discussing it with her doctor and a dietitian, she learned that while protein was good, concentrating so much of it from eggs daily might be more than her kidneys needed to process. She started incorporating plant-based protein powders into smoothies a few times a week, swapping eggs for lentils in her lunch, and opting for fish or chicken at dinner. Diversifying her protein sources not only eased the potential burden on her kidneys, but also introduced a broader spectrum of nutrients into her diet. This leads us to our 4th important point: the concept of nutrient profile and the risk of missing out. While eggs are nutritious, relying on them daily for your protein, or as a breakfast staple, can inadvertently limit your dietary diversity. When you eat eggs every single morning, you're potentially missing out on the vast array of unique vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber found in other breakfast foods that could be immensely beneficial for your aging body. Think about the vibrant colors of a fruit salad, the complex carbohydrates and B vitamins in whole grains like oatmeal, the healthy fats and fiber in nuts and seeds, or the probiotics in yogurt. Each of these foods offers a different nutrient symphony that works synergistically to support various bodily functions, from brain health to digestion to energy levels. Consider Robert, 65, who prided himself on his healthy egg and toast breakfast every day. He felt generally good, but often found himself reaching for sugary snacks by mid-morning, and his energy levels felt inconsistent. When he started experimenting with other breakfasts, a bowl of steel-cut oats with berries and chia seeds some mornings, a smoothie with spinach and plant-based protein on others, or even a simple avocado toast with everything bagel seasoning, he noticed a remarkable difference. His mid-morning cravings diminished, his energy was steadier throughout the day, and he felt a greater sense of overall well-being. He wasn't giving up eggs entirely. He still enjoyed them a few times a week, but the increased variety brought a new level of vitality. The actionable step here is to embrace the rainbow of possibilities for your morning meal. Eggs aren't the enemy, but daily consumption can lead to dietary monotony, potentially shortchanging your body of critical nutrients. Aim for variety. Experiment with different breakfast options throughout the week. Try a bowl of nourishing oatmeal topped with fresh fruit, nuts, and a sprinkle of cinnamon. Explore Greek yogurt with a handful of berries and a drizzle of honey for protein and probiotics. Consider a vibrant smoothie packed with leafy greens, fruit, and a scoop of plant-based protein powder. For something savory, a tofu scramble can mimic the texture of eggs while offering a different nutrient profile. Or perhaps some avocado toast with a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds. Diversifying your breakfast isn't just about avoiding potential pitfalls of daily egg consumption. It's about actively enriching your diet and unlocking a broader spectrum of nutrients that will fuel your energy, sharpen your mind, and protect your long-term health. It's about giving your body all the tools it needs to thrive well into your golden years. Now, let's bring all these important insights together in a way that truly empowers you to make the best choices for your health after 60. We've explored how daily egg consumption might uniquely impact you as you age, from the nuances of cholesterol and the surprising role of TMAO in heart health, to the potential for subtle inflammation and gut sensitivities, and even the often overlooked aspect of protein balance and the importance of dietary diversity. It's clear that what was considered perfectly healthy and beneficial in our younger years might require a thoughtful reevaluation as our bodies gracefully change and mature. The goal here is never to fear food, but to approach our nutrition with wisdom, curiosity, and a deep understanding of our unique, evolving needs. Remember, this isn't about demonizing eggs. Eggs are, in many ways, a fantastic source of high-quality protein and essential nutrients. But the key, especially after 60, lies in moderation and mindful consumption, and understanding that daily reliance on any single food, no matter how nutritious, can sometimes lead to unintended consequences or missed opportunities. For some, reducing egg consumption to a few times a week might be a significant step in managing cholesterol, reducing inflammation, or diversifying nutrient intake. For others, it might be about being more intentional about how eggs are prepared and what they're paired with. The overarching message is one of empowerment. You have the ability to make small, yet profoundly impactful changes to your daily routine that can ripple through every aspect of your well-being. It's about listening to your body more closely. Perhaps trying an elimination diet to see how you feel without daily eggs, or consulting with your doctor and a dietitian to tailor your diet to your specific health profile and needs. Don't be afraid to experiment with new breakfast options. Embrace the incredible variety of foods available that can nourish your body in different ways, bringing in a wider spectrum of vitamins, minerals, fiber, and phytonutrients that work together to support your brain, your heart, your energy levels, and your overall vitality. Imagine starting your day not just with a meal, but with a conscious choice that actively supports your longevity and happiness. This journey of aging is an opportunity to fine-tune our habits, to learn more about ourselves, and to truly optimize our health for the years ahead. Every mindful food choice is a step towards a more vibrant, energetic, and fulfilling life. You deserve to feel your absolute best, and sometimes that means re-examining the very foundations of our daily routines. We'd love to hear from you. What's your take on eggs after 60? Have you noticed any changes in how certain foods affect you as you've gotten older? Share your thoughts, experiences, and any favorite alternative breakfast ideas in the comments below. Your insights and stories could be incredibly valuable to someone else navigating their own health journey. If this video opened your eyes, gave you something new to think about, or simply encouraged you to be more mindful about your food choices, please give it a thumbs up. It truly helps us reach more people who need this vital information. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We're dedicated to bringing you more helpful, practical content designed to help you navigate the journey of aging with confidence, knowledge, and joy. Remember, small changes can make a big difference to your health and happiness. Live your best life at every age.